Hey everybody, this is John for MTG Nexus coming at you with some Neobrand tonight, which was the winner on the poll for what we had going on. Neobrand obviously is a very explosive combo deck in the modern format. It's a deck we've played once before on the channel in a video. Basically, you're trying to get a copy of... Let me bring these guys all together. We're trying to get a copy of Allosaurus Rider into play, which has an alternative casting cost of exiling 2 green cards from hand. And you're usually either using Summoner's Pact or Allosaurus Rider directly to get that part of the combo into play. And then you're using the Glittering Wish Eldritch Evolution to evolve the card into a Griselbrand. From there, you generally have the option to either draw all of your deck using Nourishing Shoal plus big green idiots like Otacron Worm, Chancellor of the Tangle, and potentially additional Allosaurus Riders to gain you a bunch of life. From there, you're looking to set up Laboratory Maniac and drawing additional cards once your library is out of cards, either through Manamorphosing or Griselbrand, drawing 7 and having like 5 or 6 cards in your library. Beyond that, this is running the Glittering Wish package, which there are 2 different types. There's basically a more cantrip-heavy version with like Serum Visions and some other things. And then you have the Glittering Wish package, which allows you to have access to a Wish sideboard, which gives you access to your 4th copy of Neoform. So instead of only basically having 8 and 8, you have access to basically 8 and then 11 versions of this. And Neoform can also get you a creature, which we'll cover here in a minute. Beyond that, in your main deck, you have running 4 copies of Veil of Summer, which happens to be quite nice protection against anything packing counter spells or discard spells, or happens to be running black removal like Assassin's Trophy. You also have Simeon's Spirit Guide here to help accelerate your mana, and then Chancellor of the Tangle, you can reveal it in your opening hand for a green mana, so it increases your turn 1 potential, especially when you pair it with something like Manamorphose to fix your mana. Your land base is obviously heavily skewed towards green and blue. You do have some additional cards like Glittering Wish and some sideboard things. They use different colored mana, but that's primarily where your mana base is skewed. So you're using a lot of Rainbow Lands, 4 Sadia Brass, 4 Gemstone Mine, a Mana Confluence here. And you have a couple of Botanical Sanctums, a Snow-Covered Forest, and a Waterlogged Grove and Horizon Canopy to give you a few more cantrip options. Sideboard is basically broken down into the Wish parts, your combo parts, etc. So you have Leyline of Sanctity here, which is primarily for Black-Green X discard decks. You bring these in as additional ways to fight Liliana Edicts or Thought Seizes, pretty much. And then you have the Pacts of Negations for the counterspell decks. You can also bring this in certain spots, such as against Burn and such, whenever you're expecting them to have things like Path to Exile, Skullcrack. The Thunderous Deliverance is a card you generically bring in if you figure your opponent has anything like Grafdigger's Cage, Chalice of the Void, which especially on 0 can get us a little bit. And then Abrupt Decays are kind of your pseudo blanket answer to any type of random hate card, while also giving you the ability to have it wished for out of the sideboard with Glittering Wish to answer anything game 1. And then you have, the other thing I was mentioning was you have access to additional copies of your creatures through Eldamari's Call, though it is slow to go. Glittering Wish into Eldamari's Call in to get your creature go off. Beyond that, because you're often tying up your mana for your Neoform or your Eldritch Evolution that turn, so it's often a very slow, kind of clunky way to get your thing. You have one of Guttural Response here, which is another way to fight through permission. Sometimes you can use your Glittering Wish to go get Guttural Response the turn before you're going to go off against a bunch of counterspells. And then Hope of Gear 4, this one's not typically in a lot of the Neobrand lists by Final Nub and some of the other ones. But this is also something you can Glittering Wish for that makes a wall of counterspells pretty useless if it connects. And beyond that, you're basically trying to combo pretty quickly. There isn't a whole lot there is some decisions to the deck, but it's pretty straightforward about which hands you should keep, which hands you should throw back, and kind of deciding when to go for it's kind of the big thing with this particular deck. So that said, let us hop into a league and see how it goes. down here to go into a Modern League. So the reason I am playing Neobrand tonight as opposed to some of the other things we've been playing, like Burn or Jund, Death Shadow, last night was a Phoenix, is I'm a little fried tonight. I didn't sleep particularly well last night, and I wanted a deck that was a little bit easier to play, so I kind of put up a poll of either this or Burn in a Pioneer, both of which are fairly straightforward decks to pilot, because I kind of wanted a quicker stream tonight. I still want to continue streaming, but wanted to play a deck that wasn't going to be too taxing on my mind when I was already going to be pretty tired. And I love decks like Death Shadow and Jund and Is It Phoenix and whatnot, but sometimes those decks are just extremely taxing to pilot multiple, especially when the meta has become kind of a grind fest. Even the aggro decks can pack a significant amount of grind. So this is a turn 2 combo of the Allosaurus Rider and the Eldritch Revolution. So I'm going to keep Luris decks. Could be a number of things here. I don't think Bogles is a deck that's particularly threatening. Obviously, we're going to take a bit of a chunk here. Yep. Alright, Nourishing Shoal makes it almost a guarantee that we can go off here. So, green. Source Rider, cast Exiling. Summoner's Pact and Glittering Wish. Exile. Grab a Crystal Brand. Draw some cards. Draw some more cards. Nourishing Shoal for Autochron Worm. Alright, and our opponent scoops. Fun, interactive Magic for all. So, against that particular deck, I do believe, take a look at recent Bogles lists. I think the only card I'm going to be playing around basically is Path to Exile. Slippery Bogle. Bogle's the mind, eh? Bogle. I guess they technically have Mana Tithe. Beyond that, I don't think there's... I guess Galactique stop the combo. Yeah, Galactique kind of stops the combo. So, because of the fact of Nourishing Shoal. So I think this is the 4 Veil of Summer out. Bring in like a couple of Abrupt Decays and a couple of Pact of Negations. Beyond that, I think we could arguably get rid of... Hello, Jose. How are you doing tonight? I guess it's night even for you guys down there, right? So it's 11:48. Is it like... Brazil's actually a little bit ahead of us, aren't they? So it's probably closer to 1 a.m. for you. Just bring in the 3 packs and the 2 Abrupt Decays. And then beyond that, don't think there's anything we want here. This is a pretty reasonable matchup overall. Alright, so this hand does not have a Allosaurus Rider, so it's a mulligan, unfortunately. This hand has the Allosaurus Rider, but no Neoform, Glittering Wish, any of that, so I think it's also a mulligan. This hand is a complete pile of garbage, so we're going to 4. Okay, this hand has... This hand isn't good either, but I think we put back... It's a keep. Put back the 2 packs and a... Otacron Worm, I guess. Bogle Bogle. Fortunately, we can't risk Manamorphosing here. We do have the combo rolled up, but we need to hit 2 mana sources. So. And our opponent's going to put a crimp into our life total here, so. Yep. Yep. Sure. So that means we can't even draw cards now. What's up, Space Marine? Alright, we're just dead here. Sometimes you mulligan to 4 and die, sometimes you kill them on turn 2. Still think we keep the same setup. Still gives us 10 outs to one, 8 outs to the other. Keep it like that. One of the things with Neoform combo is obviously you're just kind of at the mercy of your starting hand. Like, our opponent likely doesn't have that much interaction. They could potentially have Mana Tithe and Path to Exile. The only thing is really to play around. Yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow night's probably going to be Burn to wrap up the week. There's been several people that have wanted me to play a Luris free burn list. I was thinking of running Leyline of Combustion in the sideboard. And then Monday, I think because I'm off, I'm going to try to do a Urion control deck, but we'll see how Monday goes. Today was not a good day on certain levels. So we have the combo, but no mana that can cast anything. So unfortunately, it's a mulligan. I think we keep this hand and try to gamble. No, that can't be right. I think we go to 5 here. This hand once again has the same problem as our starting hand, but I think it's a keep. Put back Rich Evolution and Laboratory Maniac, and then just hope we rip some mana. Yep. All right, there's step 1. Okay, so hope we rip a land here. Alright, deck, come on, give us a land. I'll take a look at it. I might take elements of it, but probably not your card for card list. Okay. On deck, give me a mana. Fortunately, that's inhibiting our ability to combo. Alright, deck, if you hand us a land now, we can still probably win. Alright, so Summoner's Pact. Grab Allosaurus, rather. Exiling Eldritch Evolution and Glittering Wish? Yeah, I want to leave Pact to grab the other Autochron in case we hit Bristlebee. So thin out the deck a little bit. So we're already basically dead here if we don't hit. Goes nothing. Okay, so we hit Nourishing Shoal. Okay, so all right, so actually in some trouble here. So, Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide. We're going to use 1 Nourishing Shoal, 2 Nourishing Shoals, 3 Nourishing Shoals. None earn Exile. Green, blue. I've got to have another Metamorphos, right? Green, blue. Ten cards in library. Life goes on, only gains us 4. So if a creature had died... Oh, a creature has died this turn. What am I smoking crack? Because of the sacrifice from Allosaurus Rider. And we still potentially missed. Metamorphos, Metamorphos... So there's 1 mana monkey. Okay, there's the Nourishing Shoal. That card is left in her deck. Well, I guess we Summoner's Pact and find out. Botanical Sanctum and Simian Spirit Guide. So we have a 50-50 chance here to win. If we hit the land, we're dead. If we hit the Spirit Guide, we win. And we hit the land. Because I'm 1 mana short. We've already played the land this turn. This is the deck. Like, legitimately, we have 1 card left in library. Do I have any other way to draw cards? Yeah, I can Nourishing Shoal for life. That isn't the problem. The problem is I can't cast Laboratory Maniac this turn because we've already played a land drop. And... Well, I'm losing because of packs, yes. But I'm losing right... Actually... Huh. Yeah, I'm losing because of the packs because I can't cast Laboratory Maniac. I need the last card in my library is... Last card in my library is the 3rd mana I need to cast the thing. wins. Because the last card was the Simian Spirit Guide. I needed to get Laboratory Maniac into play and then win the game. Variants. What do you do? Agreed, this deck is stupid. That should have been a very easy win. Instead, the numbers hit us and we lost. I literally had a 50-50 shot with that last Manamorphose to win. Night, Space Marine. Let's see. So we need to draw a green card in our first two draw steps for this hand to be good. And obviously if we get Thoughtseize and they take our Laboratory Maniac, we're in some trouble. But can't really play around that. So, other than that, like I would keep this 6-card hand because we're literally just a green card away. And a good portion of our deck is green cards, so I think this is a keep. It is a Giganta deck. So either Tron or... oh dear. Humans could be bad. Like, really, really bad. Depends on which type of draw they're on, I suppose. Alright, here's hoping they don't have disruption. I guess I can... no, I can't win through Thalia, can I? Kind of handed our opponent keep. Yep, Thalia. Thalia is definitely annoying. Volume makes everything so much more complicated. Guess we pass one more turn. Alright, we've lost this game. Board out Vela Summers. For a couple copies of Abrupt Decay. Or 2 copies of Disinterest Deliverance. I think that's pretty much it. Opponent's going to have a pretty good idea at what we're on, so speed is definitely the key now. This hand literally does nothing. Summoner's Pact. Yeah, this hand is basically perfect. Yep, have to go off at 20 life. It's now going to definitely know what we're on. So these two. Losing Otacron Worm kind of sucks, but price of doing business with this hand. Summoner's Pact for Otacron Worm. Okay. So, yeah, Hey, Scott, Spirit Guides. Do we have in hand? 1, 2. We just have the 2? Looks like that's going to be the limiting factor again this time. Yeah, I've seen 1 or 2 lists that have used it. Are we going to get stuck with the same problem? Blue. Yeah. One Metamorphose, 2 Metamorphose, 3 Metamorphose. I'd lose to Pact either way, so I had to go for it once I... I mean, we're seeing why this deck doesn't just dominate everything. Even in the relatively clean good matchups, you lose to variants. Definitely a lot to learn playing this deck. That's why I wonder if maybe I wasn't supposed to Summoner's Pact the last time. Oh well. Guess I have more studying to do on this archetype. Gristlebrand in hand. No Allosaurus Rider or... whatchamacallit going on, so this is clearly a mulligan. This hand has... This hand is a turn 2 kill, potentially. So, Chancellor on 1, land, Metamorphose, Glittering Wish, go get Neoform. Turn 2, try to go off. Putting back Otacron Worm. Obviously, our opponent's going to know what's up now, but turn 1 Forest. Okay. Green, white, Nourishing Shoal. Digging one more card deep just to... Okay. So now we've set up to do the thing. So that's the frustrating part when playing against Neobrand, is you can't just, like, give up. Because they do fizzle sometimes. Saurus Rider. We do have to get rid of a Nourishing Shoal too, which is no small cost either to this hand. Okay. Go grab an Otacron Worm. So 5 cards. Got to pay attention to that particular fact. Nourishing Shoal, Otacron Worm. We have 3 mana monkeys. Nope. First time playing the deck in League and losing a lot to variants. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw. Hopefully we'll hit the 4th mana monkey. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Still only hit 3. that. Do that. Cast a pact. So I have basically a 20% chance to hit Simian Spirit Guide that we need to win, and a 20% chance to hit a redraw off this Manamorphose. Green, blue. Survey says we hit that. Looks like I can Life Goes On here. Yeah, that seems to be the trick, doesn't it? Like, I have the Lab Man, but then I just die to... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm good. So... Just got to make sure we hang on to... The funny thing about the Amulet deck is they don't have a ton of ways to kill stuff. So as long as I hold on to Life Goes On, I should be good here. Wait, where's Life Goes On at? Well, I'm not going to explain to my opponent that I can still win during my upkeep, so... was missing the last SSG to go off that turn. So I wonder if going back I would have won the Boggles matchup. No, because we didn't actually... I don't know. That's an interesting question. I'll have to go back and look. So our opponent is on Amulet of some type. I don't know if they're on Amulet Titan or Amulet Field. Either way... Huh. Like, they're likely to have a light amount of permission. So, down a Glittering Wish. Go down, a Life Goes On, potentially. One Veil of Summer. So what are they likely to have? Bring in a Pact or two. I wonder if so what does this hand do? Turn 2 Glittering Wish for Neoform, go off on turn 2 again. Yeah, I think this is hand's a keep. And if our opponent has Disruption, they have Disruption. Yep, Veiled Chancellor. Turn 1 Amulet, yep. Okay. So, play the land. Actually, I don't even need to use Manamorphose here, do I? Glittering Wish. For Neoform. Okay, Dryad, sure. Okay. Evolution. Veil of Summer. Blue. Uniform. Get a Gristlebrand. Okay, we hit a shoal. Let's see what you got. Thanks, Foz. No pressure. No pressure at all. So we have 3 Simian Spirit Guides. We have 1 shoal. Just have 1 shoal right now? I think I packed for... How have you been, Foz? For those of you that don't know, I think Space Marine might be among the longest supporters of the channel, but I think Foz is basically the godfather of supporting the channel. One shoal, two shoals. I'm doing alright. Lots of little stuff going on lately, so I think we have the win locked up here. We have all the SSGs. Blue, green. So do we have Lab Maniac yet? That's like the one card we're missing, isn't it? Oh, caramba. Here we go again. So we used 3 Nourishing Shoals. Life goes on here. Alright, there's the Maniac. And since we drew all the SSGs this time, it's actually a pretty easy thing. Let's use... They could be holding up Dismember here, but in the end it really doesn't matter. Not much going on, just my GF hurt her ankle at work, and that's been an ongoing issue. So she's been in and out of work, re-aggravated again today. So a little bit concerned about that. Beyond that, not really a whole lot new going on. Well, thank everybody for hanging out tonight. 11 viewers for a deck that I wouldn't exactly consider something that we're known for here with Neobrand. Now up to 12, it looks like. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thanks. They might not like us very much after this one, though. So what is this hand missing? So the one Gristlebrand... Okay, so they reveal a companion. It's Luris. So one Gristlebrand's annoying. But we have a turn 2 potential combo if we draw a green card. So I think we're going to keep here. So they're either... Oh, we're on burn. Yay! Oh, they're on prowess burn with that. Alright. This one should be interesting. Probably not what you're expecting me to be on, friend. Alright, Foz. Have a good night, man. So the longer we wait, the worse off we are. But yeah, we're still one land away here. No, one green card away, I mean. Alright. Kept a hand on that was a bit of a gamble. Gristlebrand itself might be enough to win the game. I don't know. Depends on if our opponent's holding up like Skullcrack or something. Alright, so we hit a green card. Play a Painless Mana Source. Use this. Grab Allosaurus Rider. Play Allosaurus Rider, exiling these two. Do this, get a Gristlebrand, do nothing. In-deck Path to Exile? That would be very unfortunate. So it looks like they're on the Prowess version. GP was in hand. Alright, so against Burn. For Veil of Summer out. Copies of Pact Negation in. Copies of Abrupt Decay in. Likely. They could have Cage, but most Burn and Prowess lists haven't been running Cage lately. So I'm a little less worried about that. Let me bring in the third Pact here. Down a copy of Glittering Wish. It's been a normal tech for the Prowess versions of decks. M. Hayashi has been doing a lot of that stuff. So we're missing a mana, we're missing a way to go off, so this is a mulligan on 7. Missing mana, missing a way to go off. We have the Allosaurus Rider, but this hand has the combo, but doesn't have the mana. So going to 4. so very bad. This would be a turn 1 if we could keep a 5-card hand. Because we go Chancellor, Chancellor, City of Brass, Summoner's Pack, Eldritch Evolution. I mean, we got to keep the hand. I'm just questioning how I'm supposed to approach this hand. So it's definitely a keep. I think I'm supposed to pitch both Chancellors and the Shoal. And I guess we hope to rip mana. Because that mana would be useless after turn 1, and we're 1 card short of being able to go off. Because if we would have been able to go Chancellor, Chancellor, pitch the Chancellors, Eldritch Evolution. 1, 2, 3. Summoner's Pact. Yeah, that would have been a turn 1. Turn 1 Griselbrand. But we need to draw mana, which, you know. Alright, we need 1 less mana now, which is nice. I'm sure you felt like a god against a burn player with that hand. They're obviously keeping up Path to Exile, War Angel's Grace. That's another tech that some of these prowess burn decks have adopted. Okay, they're definitely prowess. Yep, they're 1,000% up keeping Path to Exile. I think we'll just pass here. We can't with us having a Summer's Pact, I can't just like go for it in 1 turn. I mean, it's only going to get worse from here, so I guess we go for it. If they have paths, they have paths. Which they most likely have at least one. Do these guys... They could also be holding up a burn spell here, potentially. Or two. I screwed up with this trigger here. Yep. I should have cast Neoform, and the trigger would have gone on the stack in response. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. Mistakes. Well, I still think we were going to lose either way to those Path to Exiles, but... I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. If this is your first time here, please consider giving us a subscribe here. If you like what you're seeing on the channel, or seeing on this particular video, if you could give us a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. And if you are a Neobrand player and you actually know what the heck you're doing, tips are appreciated. It's one of the things of, you know, trying to learn other decks in the format is sometimes you make mistakes. I've made a lot of them tonight. So... it's been interesting. Yeah, Ponza, the old school Ponza decks could be fun. I don't know. So what are your feelings on these Gruul Obosh decks, or the Gruul Monsters decks previous to that had kind of taken over the place of Ponza in the format? Let's see. Hey, we're finally on the play for a match. Good luck. Sans a gamble. We have a turn 2 Griselbrand. But if we get Thought Seized or Inquisition and they take our Laboratory Maniac, we're in some trouble. But still a hand I'm willing to roll the dice on. They have Force of Negation, they have Force of Negation. If they don't, probably win the game on turn 2. force or not? We're about to find out real quick like. Do you have the force? See, what I should have done is tap mana, cast, or no. City of Brass is such a weird card. Got the force. Okay, they had the force. So Fact or Fiction probably puts them on some type of blue dirtily deck. So board like we're boarding against blue-white basically. As life goes on, can go out. Got a Glittering Wish. Cut 2 Glittering Wishes, since this is very much a speed matchup. Bring in the packs. So our fast mana goes away. We have one of the Gristle Brands in hand. This is a mulligan, unfortunately. This hand's also a mulligan because we have one part of the combo but not the other. Going to 4. Just can't win at that point. Alright, so quick wrap up. Know your Gristlebrand math. Learn to tap correctly with City of Brass. And hope to get a little bit lucky. So we quite easily should have been 2 and 3 in this league. That loss to Bogles was a bit of a fluke, honestly. The loss to Humans kind of sucked, but whatchamacallit? Jonathan Zhang has this labeled as a bad matchup overall, or Humans as a bad matchup overall. So even if we won game 2, we were probably a dog in game 3. Beyond that, like this deck, you can honestly see somewhat why this deck isn't banned yet, because it's just so inconsistent. And then Force of Negation obviously is in the format to be a check too, so like we died to variance round 1. Round 2 kind of also died to variance in game number 2 against Humans. Obviously, we stomped Amulet in 3. Round 4, the Prowess player played very well, but we didn't exactly have the best of hands. And then round number 5, we got forced on them Mulligan to Oblivion. So, not really a whole lot else to say about this excursion, other than I have a whole lot more video watching to watch, and it was definitely a pleasure to play against a fellow Burn player and hear you. So, hear you if you're watching this video later. I or any other burn video, I do appreciate the shout out in our match, but kind of been a frustrating couple days of Magic, but it's the way it is sometimes. So I think we're going to wrap up the stream with that, and it's been fun. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. This has been John for MTG Nexus. Hope everybody has a great day.